Um, we'll call this the Mars talk. I think this concept of Mars, um, this planetary body, has a lot of wisdom within it, within understanding what Mars represents in astrology, of course, and when it comes down to what I have to say on Mars, zodiacal alchemy. I think, I think you guys, I think the concept of Mars is most has been most demonstrated through really, really the idea of celebrity culture. Um, I wasn't mad when celebrities started to fall. Right. I wasn't angry with the idea of Meek Meek Mill. For those who don't know, is a rapper. I wasn't angry at Meek Mill. I didn't feel any different towards Meek Mill or Game, because these people, when you think about Mars, Mars is the most masculine planet for a reason. All right. It's known, to represent masculinity, or rules over masculinity in its entirety. And I think we need to understand something. This concept, um, these people never represented Mars to me. I have Mars, and I have a strong Mars in my chart, and the idea of finding Mars and representing Mars has been instrumental to me. And I think you guys need to understand something. This isn't. These people were never Mars to me. These people were celebrities to me, and I think we need to understand that and recognize the fact that these people are celebrities. They are on stage, placed in front of us for a reason, to keep us from whatever it may be at that particular time. But the point is, to never give up is Mars. To strive, to constantly strive is Mars. It rules over things like the business world, business people. It rules over the concept of masculinity. It rules over builders. It rules over weapons, weaponry, wars. It rules over these things, and I want you guys to really, really understand something. Understand where you get your Mars, where you find your Mars, because the idea now is that Mars can be found in more than the idea of common masculine traits, right? These people have earned the spot of Mars only because they may be good, or previously in previous times, the idea of Mars was known to be uptaken by this common understanding that we've developed of masculinity, but it's not masculine. Nowadays, you need to understand something. Mars represents all of the things listed that I talked about, but it also represents the idea of intellectualism, the intellect, right? Intelligence. Um, you need to get your Mars somewhere, and if you're getting it from a celebrity, if you're getting it from celebrity culture, um, I'm sorry, but that you need to I would highly suggest that you reevaluate that. I would highly suggest you reevaluate what archetype you're truly really looking at, because a lot of these people, especially in communities that I grew up in, particularly the black community, we we admire and we find Mars in the wrong places. and that is why that's gonna be cause for disruption with a lot of our people in general, with where we can go if we find the right Mars. We need to understand how we're satisfying Mars in particular. I'm a black man, and I want you guys to understand black people are ruled by Capricorn. Um, the rulership of, and we'll have a whole talk on this, but the idea of where we find our Mars in general is important, because the idea of Mars is its strongest or exalted in Capricorn. You need to understand, where do you get your Mars, where you exercising your Mars, how are you showing your Mars, and understand what that does for the next generation. I urge you to really, really think about this. Mars rules over the spectrum of things. If you're interested in learning more about your particular Mars, where Mars is at in your chart, please comment, like, subscribe, um, do all that fun YouTube stuff. Thank you.